Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Penapple and this is part 2 of my Modern Paradise speed build. So if you guys didn't check out part 1, you should definitely go see it. I didn't in part 1 tell anyone it was part 1 until 7 minutes into the video. But yeah, so if you like this build, you can download it off the gallery. My origin ID is penappleYT. So let's jump right into it. Right now I am working on the sort of gym area, and it ends up with looking like a really classy gym. I think I have places for towels and just kind of stuff like that. There's a little drink thing. And so I feel like when I made this house, I really imagined that it would definitely be a maid. And somebody to kind of keep the house running for whoever occupies it, because there's almost no clutter, and that's just kind of unrealistic for the average family, especially because I don't know, it's just cluttered. Oh my gosh, I have to burp. Oh my god, I don't know if you heard that, but excuse me. I could cut that out, but I'm kind of pressed for time. Like I've said in almost every video lately, I am crazy busy. School, I'm doing summer school and it's just slamming me so hard. Ugh. And only one of the classes is something that I'm actually really interested in. I don't know, the other one's kind of interesting. But it's not super essential, but they're both prerequisites for grad school for me that my school one of them didn't offer and the other one just I didn't know about. But yeah, so here I'm doing the little sitting room, entry room, and I really like how this turned out. This room, some of the other ones, kind of like a bathroom, it was really hard to get a good picture of. And so I didn't actually include a picture in the screenshots, just because you can kind of already see it as it is here, and this is actually a better view of it than a screenshot would actually be, because this room is so narrow and the 2 points of focus are on either ends of it. So it's kind of how do you fit that in a picture? But yeah, I don't know why, but I just really like this one. The space, I like it. I actually like it better than the next room that it connects to, which is also an entry room, more of a bar almost. I kind of didn't know what to do with this space at first, and I do end up, going with a bar and a chess table, I think. Yeah. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. I'm so tired. I'm doing this part right off of doing the last part, just because usually I like to kind of wait and see if there's any feedback or whatever, but this time I'm just kind of I do not have time for that. Feedback is one of the things I do not have time for now. But yeah, here's the outside one of the decks, which I really love. I finally got a chance to really use the new half wall sort of fencing. And I hadn't used that before, so I was really excited to use that. I think it looks really good for a deck. And I also used the sort of space heater that comes with the dine out set. And so yeah, I did this build probably a week or so before the backyard stuff came out. And so I will be doing a build that features that later on, not super heavily. I did do a backyard and a romantic picnic spot, which are really cute, but I just didn't have time to record them and make them into a speed build, so unfortunately you guys won't get to see that. But you can still download them off the gallery, same origin ID, penappleYT. But yeah, so that's why this doesn't have some of the new sort of backyard stuff that could have looked really good, but I still really like how it turned out. I had the option to add to it because I hadn't done the intro recording panoramic shots that I did, but I was kind of just I don't really have the time, and I think it looks complete the way it is. So yeah, I went with that, and I really like adding that wine rack there. I think you have to be really fancy schmancy to have a wine rack that big for your own personal use. But yeah, I'm about to get into the other sort of deck space. And at first I thought that I wanted a hot tub. Oh my gosh, I just realized for like the last couple builds I've been like, I really want to add a hot tub, and I like add a hot tub, but then I think it looks weird and I can't find a space for it, and then I take it out and I put something else there. So no hot tubs. But yeah, I wanted to make it so that people could access the pool from this sort of deck area, but that wasn't really working, and so I ended up just making it totally flat, like, you know, not raised up from the water, and that really allowed like more of a pool area. And like the diving board is actually kind of close to the edge, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe it's not, but I would feel nervous diving off of that. But everything works, maybe except for the yoga mats, I forget. I did test a lot of the stuff in this, but some of it I didn't. I think I might have tested it. I did some relatively extensive testing, just to make sure that people could actually like access the tower area, which they can. But yeah, despite not having like hardly any lawn space, I feel like there's actually a surprising amount of usable outdoor space. And that's kind of unexpected considering that I did this before the new stuff pack came out. But yeah, so right here, that couch, I think that's one of my favorite couches. Like, that couch is part of what inspired the entire color scheme for this, maybe consciously or subconsciously, but I just love it so much. And I love getting to use it in a build. I used it in my eccentric Victorian build, which you wouldn't think I'd be able to, but I found a way. But yeah, here I'm adding in plants to the garden section, and I do that because otherwise I think it looks so barren. And so I feel like when Sims actually want to plant something, which I find in game my Sims don't actually do that often, then you could remove it. Now, I did leave one of the planters empty. So here in the front, I had a hard time deciding what I wanted to put here, and I think I ended up cutting out a lot of it just because it took so long. But I ended up going with these oversized bamboo stuff, and I just absolutely love how that looks. And I think it lends to the Paradise sort of title a bit more. But that title really comes from the downstairs section, which you wouldn't think because you can't really see it, but that area has like a spa sort of theme, and so I really just like that. Sometimes it could be, oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm yawning again. Oh, I think I also might have a pollen allergy or something, because I like, my eyes are like just that sort of low level of sort of warm stinging than usual. But yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about. I just got so sidetracked. This entrance area, I absolutely love this for some reason. Like, there are just so many parts of this build that I feel like I put so much of myself into it, or, you know, so much of my preferences, or just that sort of thing. And so there are lots of small little touches that I just absolutely adore, which I think that this is probably one of my favorite builds I've ever done, especially recently. I mean, I've liked my builds. The Totoro house build I really liked, but that one, even though I had to use my own creativity for it, it still, wasn't my architectural idea. Somebody already designed it, and I was just kind of remaking it. But this one is just like all me, for better or for worse. But yeah, right now I'm mostly just doing the landscaping. It's relatively minimal. There's like only that one section that's actually on grass, and then I also added in some fountains, which I think you guys saw in the intro. Oh my god, I'm like too tired to be doing this. But like I said, there's like no other time. But yeah, here's the spa, and oh my god, right there I had that weird black window glitch where the object isn't actually black, but for some reason it's weird. I've been finding more and more glitches in my game lately, and I don't know if it's because I have custom content, because I do, but even when I remove the custom content, the glitches are still there, and it's also just stuff that I've made, like I've just recolored items that are already in the game. But yeah, so I don't know, like, it's weird sometimes. But love this area, like all the areas, but especially the massage table. I feel like I haven't gotten to use that in a really long time, and so it just looks so fancy to me. Like, it looks so relaxing. Like, I would love to get a massage. Oh my god, I'm yawning again. I'm sorry. I'd love to get a massage there. I have gotten massages in the past. I don't tend to now, mostly just because I get kind of self-conscious about another person, like, touching me. Even though I know that's what they do, like, all day, and they don't, like, care. They don't find anything special about my body in particular, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, like, gross. It's just, like, a body to them, but still I just get kind of like, When I was younger, like a teenager, sometimes I would get them. I have a lot of anxiety, and so it was nice to get them every once in a while. But now sometimes I'll still get a facial. I really like those. But yeah, I think now that I'm older and I've started to realize how expensive things are, I started to not get them as often. Like, if I really wanted to make it a priority, I could get them as often as I was, but I kind of am like, well, I could use this to pay for other things, like The Sims or something like that. But yeah, if you haven't ever gotten one before and you're able to or interested in one, you should definitely go check it out. They're pretty interesting. And it's like a big sort of like thing that a lot of people do end up getting at some point. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. I'm like, I feel so awkward today. I'm just like that awkward turtle that's like on its back. That's me right now. I'm just like this little awkward turtle. But here's a locker room area, which is a little bit redundant because this is a home and not actually a spa. But I thought that it fit in this place well, and, you know, maybe that's for their employees. Maybe their employees, like the masseuse who comes, or maybe just they wanted to keep clothes down there so they wouldn't have to, like, run upstairs or something, even though the master bedroom is right on this floor. But I also, have an extra shower. And so, yeah, this whole downstairs area is really spa-like, and I think that's what lends it to the modern paradise kind of name. But yeah, I'm just realizing now that this entire section is just the downstairs area, and then some of the exterior lighting, which is a little bit weird because it's almost like this area doesn't even represent the entire build, but I really like it, so I included it. And with that striped floor with the wood and the stones, I don't know if everyone will like that, but I kind of really enjoyed it. Like, I like the sort of juxtaposition of the stones and the wood. And so here I'm starting on the master bathroom, which, like I said in the last video, isn't actually my favorite bathroom in the house, surprisingly. My favorite one is actually the one off of the office, which is so weird. It's like just a powder room, and yet I'm like, this bathroom. This is the one. But yeah, I'm about to get into the master bedroom, which I do something pretty cool in there, and I really like. But this bathroom is I think it's really luxurious, and I do like it. I don't know, I'd say I would definitely live in this house, but I think this house would actually be too big for me. Also, in real life, I don't know how comfortable I'd feel pretty much living underwater. What if the window leaked? You'd have the entire pool all of a sudden in your room. I mean, you could probably actually die. But on that, lovely note, here I'm getting into the master bedroom, and I ended up using this sort of tree partition that came in the dine out set, and I used it here, and it actually works. Like, I put it there and I was like, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. But I'm just gonna put it here, and then if it doesn't work, I can move the bed forward a bit. It worked. I was so shocked. I was like, oh wow. So your Sims can actually use that. It's sometimes so bizarre what Sims can and can't do. But here I added in a sort of closet area, and I find it really interesting that it's sort of open to the rest of the room, and it's divided by that same sort of wooden partition. But this room is kind of barren. I was getting kind of a little bit tired, and the bed kind of didn't have enough room on either side of it for something really big, but it had enough room to where it looked sort of empty. So what I ended up doing is just adding in some giant floor lights, and I think that actually worked pretty well. Oh my gosh, sorry, my throat is getting a little sore. But yeah, I really ended up liking how it looks, and I like the paintings there hanging on the wall, and as you'll see in the screenshots, this room, the shadows in it from the lighting, amazing. I absolutely love it. So you should definitely stick around in the screenshots for that, because it looks really, really cool. Here are those lights that I was talking about. And so now we're about to get into towards the end of this video, and that's where I'm doing the lighting outside. And I absolutely love what I did with the tower. I think that lighting, the lights I put on it, made this build. I think that's what made it look so great. But yeah, if you enjoyed this build, feel free to leave me a like, a comment, or subscribe. You can download it off the gallery. My origin ID is penappleYT. The screenshots are coming up soon, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!